Hi friends, my name is Pankaj and I welcome you to my RTA theory test part 3 video. If you haven't watched the part 1 and part 2, please do watch it. The link is in the below description, and I can assure if you watch all these 3 parts, you can easily pass the RTA theory test because all the question is going to come out of these questions. Okay, so let's start part 3 of RTA theory test. We have already covered 230 question part A and part 2. So 231 question. During foggy conditions, stopping in the middle of lane can prevent collision with others, stop others from speeding up, start a chain reaction of collision. So this kind, if you stop in middle of the lane, it can start a chain reaction of collision. So next question is foggy driving condition call for change in driving style. It may be to slow down to 40 kilometers only, to remain in one lane only throughout the journey, to reduce distraction inside the car. See, all three are correct one, but you need to choose the most correct one. So, which I think is part 3. So if I go for part 1 and part 2, these are wrong. So the right option is 3. So basically what happens is even if 3 options are correct, we need to choose the most correct one. That's what they say in the questions. Driving through flooded area require driving to be extra cautious because it is difficult to guess how deep the water is. It is difficult to remove moisture from the brake system. It is not easy to speed up in deep water. The right option is 1 because it's difficult to guess how deep is the water. So the next question is, if you must drive through flood, it is best to engage the assistance of other driver, engage lower gear, low speed while maintaining low engine rev, engage low gear, low speed rev and engine while sleeping the clutch. Again, tricky question, but I think this is the okay. That's the wrong one. Engage the assistant of other driver. Oh, that's the right option. So usually in the flood, you need to drive on a lower gear at a lower speed. Once you successfully pass the flooded area, it is important to maintain low speed and look for safe place to park. Restore brake efficiency. Find a mechanic to check the condition of your brake system. I think the second one seems to be the right one because you need to check and restore the brake efficiency, see if it's working properly or not. After passing through flood, it is best to, the options are, have your car checked because the car sensitive electronic may malfunction, the car navigation system may malfunction. Most modern car cannot drive through the flood. So most correct one is the first one, easy one. The next question is, one of the difficulties of driving through flood is you cannot see any hidden danger. You will experience very strong flood. You must have your vehicle checked. So the obvious one, option 1 is the right option because in the flood you cannot see any hidden danger if the water is there on the road. Next question, for regular saloon cars, do not drive through if the flood is more than 50% of tier height, the flood is just starting, the flood is starting to subside. So if you see the flood water is above your half of the car tire, you should stop driving. When there is a flood, it is best to drive slowly and cautiously. Avoid driving through it if at all possible. Avoid using the main highway. Well, I think the option 2 is right because if it's possible and you know if it's flooded, do not drive, avoid it. Driving in flood is difficult because flooding reduces the visibility. Flood is very unpredictable. You cannot see if there are deep holes along the path. So for me, the most correct one is the last one. You cannot see if there's any deep holes along the path. Next question is, after driving through flood, brake may fade. Moisture and brake affect the speed. Brake gets stuck. So my option is the one. The flood can cause damage to the brake. Mobile phone distract driver and cause them to change direction suddenly, maintain focus on the road, use other routes. Well, option A and B look right. So option A is the correct one, change direction suddenly. So as I said, you need to choose the most correct one. Even if you think they're two correct, you need to choose the most correct one. But one good thing about the question is the 40 question which you're going to get in the final exam will come out of this 300 question. So if you try it one or two times, you're definitely going to pass a question. Using mobile phone affect the focus of driver. It shows in there. Inconsistent driving, I believe. Yes, I've given the test long back, so I might answer a few questions wrong. So here is the next question. Driver using mobile phones commit same mistake again and again, commit mistake in judgment, commit several violations. So when you're using phone, it affects your judgment, I believe. Yes. Drivers using mobile phone tends to have difficulty staying in the lane, look confused, cause others to violate rules. So for me, the option 2 would be the right one, but it's wrong. Okay, have difficulty staying in the lane. As I said, I have done my test long back, so I might answer a few questions wrong, and this is from the real portal. So you can try answering the question with me. The next question is driver on mobile phones are always aggressive, unable to judge safe gap in traffic, unable to stop in time. Option B looks right for me. Yes, that's the right one. Unable to judge safe gap in traffic. 247. When driving and using mobile phone, driver must be more attentive. Driver must look further ahead. Driver react slower than usual. See, first of all, mobile phones are not supposed to be used when you're driving. So option A and option B is not relevant. So option 3 is the right one. Driver reacts slower than usual. Using mobile phones while driving increase the chance of having collision, decrease the chance of having collision, improve the chance of arriving safely. The first one, this is the easy one. The time you look for a name to call in your mobile phone may result in a serious crash. Save some time of your travel, may avoid unnecessary delay. Option A. This time you can get into accident. Drive on the safe side and avoid talking on mobile phone while parked. Jumping the queue just to get a few meters ahead. Signaling while line changing. So option B. Driving that causes tension or danger on the road is unacceptable driving behavior. Role model driving behavior, driving by the rule of the road. So first one, this comes in your first chapter of the theory. Driving too fast for the situation is an unacceptable driving behavior. Yes, that's the right one again. When driving, avoid this kind of behavior. Maintaining safe gap, driving too close to the vehicle in front, keeping to the slow lane. So option B is the right option. Not signaling while lane change causes tension to other driver. More fun to driving, danger to be reduced. Tension to other drivers. That's option 1, easy one. Driving slowly on the fast lane is equally dangerous as overspeeding. A normal and acceptable driving is sure safe way to drive. It's equally dangerous as overspeeding. Flashing headlight to intimidate others shows that you are a good driver. Increase risk of crash. Increase your confidence. It increase the risk of crash. The best way to deal with driver signaling to turn is to intentionally push in, to intentionally block their path, to give way and allow them to turn. So it's all about good behavior while driving. So you need to give way and allow them to turn. Ignoring priority rule is when drivers are entering the main road carefully, give way on give way sign, not stopping on stop signs. And remember these questions when you go for the road test. These are very important. You get feel of these small things what we have discussed in these questions, especially the roundabout and the stopway signs. These are the reason where you get failed in the final exam. Most appropriate use of the fast lane is when rushing to your destination, overtaking only. So fast lane, the left side lane is usually for overtaking only. Signaling when lane change is important because it helps reduce crash risk, it helps reduce braking distance, it helps reduce brake wear. So it usually help in crash risk. Next question. Driving in a safe manner can be done by all driver if they decide to, can be done in presence of the police, can be done in urban areas. So it can be done by all of us if we decide to drive safe. Other thing, if you have any question or any doubt regarding this question, you can comment in the comment section, or if you have any suggestion, you can do that too. The next question is, allowing extra travel time will enable enjoy the route. Is that choice is a good driving practice. It's a good driving practice. Make your journey safer and more pleasant by planning journey in advance, traveling during good weather condition, traveling with good companion only. Planning your journey in advance. Driving at your best condition means not driving when sleepy or tired, choosing the best route, not driving when in doubt. So driving in the best condition means drive when you're not feeling sleepy or tired. Driving in a relaxed manner can be achieved by not driving when intoxicated, using indicator, always driving at slow lane when possible. Yeah, driving the slow lane whenever possible. At least 2-second gap, refer safe following distance to the vehicle in front. So that's the right option. Avoid conflict with other road user by giving way even if you have the priority sometime. That's right. That's the right option. Driver must use of indicator appropriately while driving. This is required by the UA traffic law. This is not required by UA traffic law. This is required by transport industry. This is required by the UA traffic law. That's the right option. Next question. When making U-turn, the right indicator must be turned on. The left indicator must be turned on. Neither indicator must be turned on. So when you're taking U-turn, the answer is left indicator must be turned on. Yeah, because it's a right-hand drive. When leaving a roundabout, the left indicator must be turned on. There is no need for the indicator to be turned on. The indicator must be turned on, the right indicator, when you are leaving the roundabout. So for example, you are leaving, the right indicator should be turned on because you're leaving the roundabout. See, roundabout sometimes get very confusing. There are lots of mistakes you will do when you go for a road test regarding the roundabout. So you need to study it properly, which lane you need to take, if you're taking right or left, or if you're taking a U-turn, which lane you need to take. Proper use of indicator will let other road user know your attention. That's the right option. Proper use of indicator will show you take into consideration all other road users. That's the right option. After making the turn with the indicator on, indicator will always turn off by itself. Check that if it's turned off. Sometime if you are not taking turn, it will not get turned off. In case of breakdown, where is the proper place for warning triangle? Wow. Well, this I need to guess it. This question. Let's see. Oh, that's a wrong option. Yeah. So this is the right option. If I click on 30 meter, it's again the wrong option. So the right option is 50 meter away from the car in the direction of approaching traffic. So see, this is a tricky question. 50 meter, 30 meter, and 40 meter. 277. The yellow solid line on the road means overtaking is permitted. Overtaking is prohibited. Overtaking is permitted sometime. Any solid line means overtaking is prohibited. Let it be white or yellow. Why are major junction line with diagonal yellow line? To increase visibility of line, to stop speeding driver, to prevent the junction from being blocked. So this sign, if you see, is means if there is any car, you cannot leave even if the signal is green. So this need to be clear. There should not be traffic on that. Series of raised line painted across the road known as speed hump. Rumble strip. Broken yellow line. This is a speed hump. Oh, rumble strips. Sorry, these are called as rumble strips. Rumble strips are meant to warn driver of approaching hazard, warn driver that the load is falling off, the warn of traffic from opposite direction is for approaching hazard. Usually you will find this in the pedestrian crossing. Large roundabout will usually have rumble strip just before the roundabout, within the roundabout, after the roundabout, just before the roundabout. Yes. Driving at a sharp bend, the road marking will be double solid line, because in sharp bend you cannot overtake. In an uncontrolled roundabout, priority is given to vehicle coming from the right or left, from the left. Vehicle coming from the left, yes, that's the right option. The traffic light turns green. This means you may move off, you may proceed if it is safe to do so. See, this is again tricky. Green means you can go, but as per the law, the right option is you may proceed if safe to do so. The traffic light in junction turn green. Before proceeding, ensure your exit is clear. Ensure the light is not red. Ensure you do not go fast. So we need to check if the exit is clear. That's why they put those yellow line in junction. If it is blocked, you should still wait. The traffic light means you must stop if safe to do so. Oh, sorry, it's a yellow orange one. This traffic light means you must stop. This is the right one, red. When dealing with pedestrian, driver must give way always. Driver must give way sometime. Driver are not required to give way. You are always required to give way to pedestrian. So that's the right option. Here, speed limit posted on various message signal VMS temporarily overrule the speed limit posted on the road. That's the right option. When approaching a pedestrian crossing, driver must slow down for the pedestrian. Stop and give way to pedestrian. Stop and give way if there is policeman. So we need to stop and give way to the pedestrian. That's the very important rule. And if you violate it, and there cannot be problem. When overtaking, it is important to keep to your line, maintain your speed, see the oncoming traffic. Maintain your speed. Okay, see the oncoming traffic. That's the right option here. When overtaking, the road marking will indicate if it is allowed, indicate the maximum speed, indicate if it is safe. It will only indicate if it is allowed or not. If it is Solid line, you're not allowed to overtake. Hill, driveway, intersection are among the hazard when overtaking. Hill, driveway and intersection is for overtaking. You are not allowed to do overtaking. When being overtaken, you must slow down and keep to the right. That's the right option. In which of these places are you not permitted to overtake? Along state road, at intersection and roundabout, along industrial zone, at intersection and roundabout. When driving on freeway, you must not stop at any time, change lane, park or drive on the shoulder area. See, A and C took right, but for the timing, this is the most correct one. Park or drive on the shoulder area. When traffic is not controlled by signs or police officer, you must give way to vehicle from the main road to minor road. Vehicle from minor road to major road. Vehicle from the road facing give way sign. Usually you should give the way to vehicle from the main road to the minor road because the main road should not get blocked. In which of the following area is overtaking not allowed? Open roads and highways, intersection and roundabout, two-way and one-way road. At pedestrian crossing, footpath, bridge, viaduct or tunnel, these are some of the area where motorists are not allowed to park. During peak hours, first option. Where motorists are not allowed to pass. Through any time where motorists are not allowed to park anytime. So last one is our right option C. A and C is almost same. Where motorists are not allowed to park, we know that you are not supposed to park here, but the right option is again C, because it is clearly saying that you are not supposed to park anytime in any of these things. So that's how the question comes. So we need to read the answer very carefully. When parking your vehicle, it is important to ensure that your vehicle is in good running condition and is fully locked. Your vehicle does not in any way block other traffic users, so that's the right option. When parking your vehicle, it is important not to park at these areas. Entrance and exit into house, parking area and school. Enter the premises of house, parking area and school. The 10 meter from the intersection entrance. So here is the right option. As you must be knowing that you get 40 questions in your final test. Out of those 40 questions, 35 questions will come out of these 300 questions. However, the 5 questions comes from hazard perception, which are video based, and you need to answer within 10 seconds. So for that, I'll post another video on hazard perception videos. Do watch that video. Thank you. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to watch my other videos on parking and road test. Thank you for watching.